In the previous lesson, we learned how to use tooltips to provide more information to users when they mouse over a visualization. In this lesson, we'll learn how to add report page tooltips to visualizations. Previously, we saw how to add fields to the tooltip for a clustered bar chart of revenue by region. If we mouse over one of the bars in this chart, we can see the name of the region, its revenue, and the number of customers in the region. This information can be useful, but it's currently just a set of numbers, and it's not very visually appealing. A report page tooltip is a separate report page that is shown when we mouse over an element of a chart. We can use this functionality to include charts in our tooltips, making them much more visually appealing than the default tooltips. We'll create a report page tooltip for our clustered bar chart, showing the amount of revenue generated for each subregion. Let's start by creating a new page in the report. We'll call this page Subregion Revenue. We want this page to be small, as it's going to appear whenever we mouse over a point on our clustered bar chart. We'll select the Formatting tab below the Visualization pane and open the Page Size menu. We'll change the size to Tooltip. This is a small report page size designed for use with report page tooltips. The report page still looks big. However, this is because Power BI automatically sizes the page to fill the screen. We'll go to the View tab, select Page View, and then Actual Size. We can see the report page is actually small, which is what we want. We can now add visualizations to our page. We want to make sure that the tooltip is readable, so it's best not to add too many visualizations. In our case, we're just going to add one clustered bar chart showing revenue by subregion. We'll select a clustered bar chart, and we'll position it in the middle of the page. We'll then select the revenue and subregion fields to add them to the chart. We currently can't see all the subregions without scrolling. This won't be a problem when we use the page as a tooltip. When we mouse over a region in our clustered bar chart, we'll only see subregions relevant to that region, so we'll never actually see all the subregions at once. Let's apply some formatting to this page, starting with data labels. We'll select the chart, select the Format tab, and turn on Data Labels. Next, we'll select Data Colors and change the default to a redder color. We'll then select the page, select the Format tab, Page Background, and apply a gray color similar to the background color we created previously. We'll reduce the transparency to 0% so we can see this background color. Let's now configure this report page tooltip. We'll navigate to the Format pane, open the Page Information menu, and turn the Tooltip switch on. This tells Power BI that this page will be used as a tooltip. Next, we'll open the Fields pane and decide which fields in our dataset should use this tooltip. We'll drag Revenue to the Drag Tooltip Fields Here area. Now any chart in our report that contains a revenue field will use this page as a tooltip. We'll now return to the other page in the report and consider the clustered bar chart. If we mouse over the revenue bar for a region, we can see the revenue for each subregion within that region. If we mouse over different regions, we can see that the subregions displayed for each one are different, as we would expect. This tooltip is definitely useful, but we might not want to display it every time that revenue appears in our report. If we mouse over one of the bars in the 100% stacked bar chart, we can see our report page tooltip appears. In this case, the report page tooltip is less useful as it only contains a single bar. As a result, we want to use the original tooltip style on this chart. To do this, we'll select the chart, open the Format pane, and select the Tooltip menu. If we've created multiple report page tooltips, we can select the one we want to use from the Page dropdown. Alternatively, we can use the Type dropdown to switch between a report page tooltip and the default tooltip. We'll select Default from this dropdown. Now when we mouse over one of the bars in our 100% stacked bar chart, we see the original tooltip. When we mouse over a bar in the cluster bar chart, we see a report page tooltip. This concludes our look at report page tooltips. In the next few lessons, we'll learn about several more common chart types, starting in the next lesson with line and area charts.